Hello everybody, and of course welcome to the second part of the semifinals of the ESPL Weekly Series number 6. I am your main caster, Briefcase. Along with me, I should say, is my co-caster Mito, and I'm so happy he has decided to join us for these other games. Gives my throat a rest, gives some much better insight than I generally give.
No, please don't say that. I couldn't possibly do it by myself. I tried it one time and it was a disaster. So yeah, it's great being able to co-cast with you. So far, I don't know, in ESPL, I don't think we've seen any Lycans being run so far. And that hero is just so potent, and as well as it seems like both teams don't really... Okay, there we go. I was just about to say, I'm surprised the Ancient Apparition made it through the first spam phase. And I would be really surprised if it wasn't picked up. And right away, Mongolz, they've already got their global setup as well as some super nice heals. I wonder what they're going to follow up with.
Oh yeah, and personally, I just love the Ancient Apparition Dazzle. They get their supports out of the way. Both of those supports pretty darn strong right now. Really does open up the their picks for pretty much however they want. And especially if you're up against something like a Venomancer, and now that you see a Luna, Ancient Apparition, you just need to feel really good about having that hero just for that ult. Luna usually does go for something like Helm of the Dominator. Obviously, Venomancer is just so incredibly squishy all game that Ancient Apparition can have such a great time. And I just love when you pick up, it's not necessarily a pickup so that the other team can't get them, it's almost the opposite, but when you get like an Ancient Apparition and you get a Dazzle, and you know that the other team can't get an AA to screw up your Dazzle, I just love how that works.
Oh, yeah, Druckwelle. I'm very surprised they were still first pick Venomancer. I thought it would always be that Furion pickup that they love. But Mongolz, they have just like pretty much infinite potential in terms of the number of things they can combo with. They can have Naga surround with the Dazzle, and then heal. Ooh, that hurts. And then there's always the sleep into the Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast. Then they can have Slaughter, Dazzle, Slaughter Initiation. They can have Puck. Oh, there we go. That's a Naga ban, and that's a great ban from Druckwelle as well. But there are way too many heroes to set up what Mongolz has to offer so far.
Oh yeah, and
I
was just gonna ask you a question, you know, because obviously you watch a ton of professional Dota. We've been recently seeing this big kind of rise in the popularity of Ancient Apparition, and why do you think that is? Do you think he just kind of deals with the current meta very well, or that some of the most picked heroes fall under his range of counters, or at the very least people he's quite good at? Like, why do you think there's been this huge surge of AA, where before he's never really been picked up?
Well, apart from the couple of buffs that he received, okay, so it's trending because the pros are playing it, but some of the reasons I can think of as to why AA is becoming so popular is because, well, one of the things that's happening right now is a lot of teams, they go for that very fast, aggressive pushing lineup. And just having Ice Blast, it kind of stalls the fight a lot longer. In fact, they can even turn teamfights around, because in a pushing lineup, generally you have some form of healers. And then the second thing that you look towards is versatility. What does this hero have to offer? And what can he do throughout different game phases? Crystal Maiden was really popular because having a hero that can jungle and just pop in and out of fights at any point, it's a great thing to have. And Crystal Maiden provides aura, provides a slow and a lockdown, whereas Ancient Apparition, he is a support who doesn't have to be directly in the battle as long as he lands an Ice Blast, as well as laning phase. Like, there's so many things you can do with it. You can combo with the Cold Feet, get multiple stuns. You can use the Chilling Touch. You can pump the right click damage to a really high amount, and then you can have that global support, that global utility ganking power, and you can stop pushes from happening. And at the same time, like, let's not only talk about the ultimate. I mean, the Ice Vortex, it offers so much vision range. Like, the cast range for Ice Vortex, it's so far. So like, and especially when Roche is so important these days, it's a great way to scout without having to be really near the Roche pit.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. And a lot of what you're saying is making a lot of sense, and I guess really Ancient Apparition is one of the few heroes, especially one of the few supports that can kind of lend himself to being all over the map in the same way that a few other globals can. Obviously, though, Zeus not a support, Nature's Prophet not a support, but AA, of course, one of the few I think that can kind of pull that off. And I mean, what do you think of, I just want to briefly talk about the Mongolz Earthshaker pickup. Do you see a really hard and fast reason why they would want to pick up Earthshaker over, you know, some other heroes or some other... I mean, I can't decide if Earthshaker is going to be core or if it's going to be Ancient Apparition, or maybe just like something like a mid Dazzle, which used to be something that we, or at least I saw quite a bit.
I would go with the mid Dazzle because Earthshaker and Ancient Apparition, that's a great dual roaming combo. Just start up the Cold Feet and then boom, Fissure, and then as soon as Fissure's over, then the stun takes in place for the Cold Feet. So there's so many ways you can play it as well. I mean, Earthshaker can just do the offlane pull for the ancient camps, and yeah, there are so many ways to run their lineups. It's kind of hard to say. Shadow Priest, I'm guessing I would agree with you in saying that it'll possibly be a mid solos. I don't see how else they're gonna run the Shadow Priest, or he might be buying couriers and then stacking them up in jungle camps,
Yeah.
and then using the heal on multiple couriers for jungle farm if he wants to. But Dazzle with the what's it called? The Shadow Wave. There we go. It makes laning so much harder for heroes that depend on right clicking. Because every time they try to get a right click, try to get a last hit, you just heal the creep, and then he misses the last hit, and then you go for the deny. It's almost guaranteed to work every single time. Laning against Dazzle is such a pain in the ass if you don't have a good nuke.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah, and I mean, so I would love to see a kind of or not carry, but a core Dazzle in the mid, kind of commanding where it's going. And right off the bat, I mean, Venomancer, I've run him as a mid successfully as well. Rubik too, but nobody's really screaming as a hero that would dominate the mid against a Dazzle right now.
I would run the Luna mid and then grab a Lycan as a full-on carry, and then you've got this amazing split pushing power.
Oh baby!
Okay.
And you know what? Like, obviously Sniper, he's actually started to kind of ramp up in popularity since those recent buffs he's gotten. I've seen him in almost every single pub game, and he actually does sometimes surprisingly well. And with the fact that they look at Team Druckwelle and they realize that they don't have any way to actually close the gap now, it looks like Clockwork is down, Mirana, there's no leap available, obviously. All you have is maybe a Nature's Prophet ult and the fact that Luna can run Nature's Prophet ult and teleport, and the fact that Luna can run very quickly. I think this Sniper is well positioned to actually do quite well in this game, not to mention the fact that Earthshaker is always there to block him off from the rest of the fight. And so they do pick up an Axe, which I love to see as well, but I mean, if Axe doesn't get a blink really early and basically hunt Sniper, it's going to be, I think, very difficult for Druckwelle to deal with Sniper right now.
I really don't like this Axe pickup. I don't, because as Axe, right, you kind of want more units to attack you, and when that happens, that heal from Shadow Priest is gonna hurt a lot. Yeah, and even with the heavy pushing from Druckwelle, they have the split pushing power, but I don't think they have what it takes to go high ground anytime soon because of just the general like hero potentials from the Mongolz.
Oh yeah.
With Ancient Apparition, yeah, with the Ice Blast, you've got Fissure, you've got Shadow Wave, and then of course you have Shrapnel as well. It'd be interesting to see how they play this Axe, but this is not a hero pickup that I wanted to see.
No.
I think the Lycan would have worked so much better, because then they can just push without the heroes being there. They can have the Necro units from Lycan as well as Furion just pushing towers. And, I mean, it would benefit so much more, right? Because everyone benefits from How. And those Treants will even do a lot more damage, so why not?
Oh yeah, and I mean, not only that, especially early on, before a Sniper gets a Shadow Blade or a Yasha where he's actually mobile, he's actually one of those heroes being just that squishy that doesn't deal with wolves being sicked on him very well. I mean, he'll be able to kill him, sure, but he'll still take quite a bit of damage and be constantly low. But I digress. I'm going to take the Radiant this time around because of Seiken Densetsu. also known as Secret of Mana. Very good Super Nintendo game, probably one of my favorites. But Seiken Densetsu, going to be playing this Nature's Prophet on Team Druckwelle. Cube as the Venomancer. Looks like Venomancer mid is actually going to be happening. We have the stand-in Kimbro going to be playing the Axe with a nice giant axe of his, I have to say. Looks like we have James Joyce from Team Druckwelle going to be playing this Rubik, and then stand-in Korin going to be playing this Luna. And Mito, would you like to take the Mongolz?
Yep, so right now we have Storm standing in a offlane Earthshaker position. Oh, he's going to be doing the offlane pulls. So we are going to see that happening this time around. Oh, and this is dangerous. Illusion Rune on X. Yeah, I'll quickly go through the players before anything else happens. So mid, we do have the mid solo Shadow Priest played by Sanki. We're going to have a Jungle Doom played by Masquerade. And at top, we're going to have Paxa playing as the carry sniper, and Huntsman MGL is going to be playing as a support Ancient Apparition.
Yeah, looking none too bad. And as far as this mid is concerned, I just feel like Cube, unless he gets any help from his teammates, he's never going to be able to kill this Dazzle. Obviously, he does have some some nice, what am I going for? DPS, damage per second, and some good dots. But really, once Dazzle gets Shallow Grave, he's going to be able to live through stuff. He just needs to Shadow Wave and heal up. And he has got, Sanke Dazzle, he has so much more right-click than this Venomancer. He's 10 base damage higher now. He's even higher than that with that one little level there. And it's just going to be very difficult, I feel, for Cube to have a good lane here at all.
Oh, that was such a bait from Storm. So he's going to go back to the lane. Oh, that was a brilliant maneuver. You see, like, he baited out Observer Ward, right? So the Ancient Camp is blocked, but actually no one is over there. And Storm completely gave up. He was never going to be
Seiken
that
Densetsu
hero.
really far forward, and now Fissure Block
Fissure.
absolutely doomed, I wanted to say, but he's got boots. He's just running away super quick there. Looks like Storm going ham, trying to make sure he can't find him, and if he can get one more nice block, maybe stop him from going up here. Fissure is now available. It looks like not able to quite polish him off, and no follow-up, but they do get him out of lane at the very least. He does have 1 point in teleportation, so it's not going to keep him out of there too long. But what I thought was a sure kill, speedy little Furion getting out of there with his life.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Storm, he went for a very, very good Earthshaker build. And that's, you start out with 3 Ironwood Branch, because when you have 3 Ironwood Branch, it guarantees you that you'll have a second stun at level 1. And I love the maneuvers coming out of Mongolz, you know? Like, they baited, like, they pretended that the Earthshaker was going to be an offlaner, but in fact, he's been doing the level 1 roam, like what Puppy used to do. And whereas the Doom, he can just safely farm the jungle and not have to worry so much.
Oh yeah, definitely opening up all the space in the world for Masquerade to get whatever items he decides to. And I mean, really, I feel like the world is Masquerade's oyster right now. He can go for that early mech if he wants to, considering that I don't see too many other really strong mech holders on his lineup. I suppose Sanke could, but he's usually got enough healing. Now it looks like Cube and Sanke going tit for tat in the mid. Cube, not too sure if he's winning this one though, needs to be a little bit careful. And Sanke just has so much more right click. He's actually hitting for about 15 more damage than Cube is right now, and that's really hurting him. He's got 20 last hits. 9 denies to Cube 7 and 1. He is just dominating this mid lane right now.
Oh yeah, he has so much damage. There's no way Cube can contest this. We did mention it is very hard to lane against Dazzle if you don't have any nuking abilities.
Oh yeah, exactly. And then Seiken Densetsu, he's doing alright in the top lane. He's not really getting the last hits, but at the very least, he is getting some experience. Now it looks like he's still starting to get zoned out a little bit, and if Paxa picks up some brown boots now, I mean, it's just always going to go the way of Paxa in any single engagement that they go. He's got, obviously, Headshot, actually not getting any points into Take Aim just yet, instead going for 2 points in Shrapnel, so really just trying to zone out Seiken Densetsu if he ever wants to, but it just definitely looks like the Mongolz have all the space in the world in this game to do whatever they want, and especially for this Doom, this Masquerade, to especially farm up in the jungle completely unhindered. Obviously you have a Kimbro Axe doing the same thing. It actually looks like James Joyce trying his very best to get as much out of the jungle as well with some pulls. and you do have Corrin getting complete and utter free farm in the bot lane, but I'm just not sure if that's going to be enough to let Luna stand up in the mid game against the Mongolz lineup right now.
I think this is some of the most ridiculous last hits I've seen on a mid solo player at 4 minutes in. Wow, it's.
Oh, he's going right
I
on
mean,
to Q.
some of them it's gonna be.
Pops the haste rune as well, just getting right in, trying to get the Shadow Wave. Can't quite land it, however, now he's got to retreat ever so sadly. And with 2 bouts of Poison Sting on him, not going to be having the best of times. We now have Storm running in, seeing if he can't make something happen. When he just needs one little stun, and that will be it, and the fissure used very nicely. Storm now quite slow. Looks like he's going to get a couple pot shots. Sanke running for his life. Got a TP in from second Densetsu to polish him off, however. So nothing is getting done for free here. And it looks like you go for a mid, but obviously Dazzle a much juicier target overall. And 34 last hits, 14 denies. He has just been commanding this. Sniper though, I mean Paxa, he's doing not too bad comparatively to Luna is the thing I want to mention as well, is that he has been at least slightly contested with Trent along with by second Densetsu, and I mean he's only 5 or so last hits behind the Luna, who's had complete and unimpeded free farm. So it just feels like the Mongol's getting more out of this map right now.
Oh yeah, but then like.
Oh, fissure block on 2, absolutely stunning. Cube, absolutely doomed. Masquerade now running in, no doom just yet, but second Densetsu not quite able to get out of there in time. Level death, just guaranteeing that kill, and Masquerade picks up a double kill after already farming for 6 minutes straight. He's got Bottle, he's got Boots, he's got Quelling and Stout, and 1,000 in the bank. And now Masquerade, I mean, he just has to be loving this.
Oh, that's some ridiculous fishes, man. This Urshikas has been like spot on with those fishes. Oh, haven't seen those in a while.
Oh yeah, not so much. And I mean, Paxa is just continuing to farm up top, doing fine, getting some good pot shots on the tower. It looks like the bottom tower in dire need of fortification and some buddies, but at the very least will fall there. It looks like Lauren. Oh, Storm needs to be really careful here. Doesn't want to get lifted. Doesn't want to get anything stolen. James Joyce not quite level 6 yet, so not too worried about it. And no TP support coming in to guarantee that. Storm, oh, absolutely melting to the Nature's Prophet ult. Should have maybe expected that, been a little bit worried. And with Corrin getting a kill and having free farm, also with a hand of Midas, going a bit of a greedier build than even Paxa is, you do need to start worrying that this Luna might start getting a little bit out of control. It looks like we do have, where is this Doom? Has not quite hit level 6 yet. Would have been a little bit scarier, obviously, if he had, but still. Feels like Corrin, having all the space in the world, you need to start actually dealing with Luna now, I feel like.
It's kind of hard, because they don't have any heroes that can just really dive Luna, apart from perhaps the Doombringer with the ultimate.
Oh, he's got Doom. They just need a stun.
They
just need a stun. One fissure and a Doom. That's going to be a dead Luna. Yeah, he's fast, but oh, the stun lands just barely. It looks like Cold Feet not quite able to land. Masquerade's just going to have to use a level death and hope that that Doom damage polishes him off. One big sword slap going to be enough? Not too sure. So close. 45, 25 HP. The fissure to finish him off. This Storm has just been doing so much work, and they actually get 2 kills on the bot lane as that's happening. Looks like we had another kill happen. Was that just Dazzle in the mid? Yes, indeed. Sanke getting a solo kill against this Venomancer, and 59 last hits as a mid with 21 denies, Mito. And I know you're a mid player. That's gotta be looking good to you.
I'm not playing mid right now, but
oh no.
Yeah, I'm actually playing carry right now. But back to but this is scary, man. Like, oh, these last hits on both sides looking pretty darn good. But don't know how many of them were the plague wards, so have to keep that in mind as well. But regardless, that is a very pretty figure.
Oh, and that looks like stand-in Akimbo. He has actually gone for Tranquil Boots, actually, oddly enough. I've seen this before on Axes. Gives him the move speed that he needs to obviously get in range of stuff early on. But I don't know if you play a lot of Axe, but I always feel like your Tranquil Boots, they never quite give you the regen that you obviously want them to. They seem just more for move speed.
It's the perfect one for jungle. It's the perfect item for coming in and out of the jungle. it's also the best way to build an axe. Like either you can start with 2 stout shields, or you can start with like a stout shield and a ring of protection, and then you make that into tranquil boots. It just gives you the versatility to like rotate around and make things happen. So it's quite nice.
I have to agree with you there, but I mean, right now you say it gives him the versatility to kind of go in and out of the jungle and wrap around and obviously find people, but he hasn't really been doing that too much. And I mean, and now maybe he's trying to do something. Sonke needs to get out of here though. He always does have Shallow Grave and Shadow Wave. Doesn't matter though. Axe always there to cull that sucker in half whenever he sees him happen. So I mean, Axe, that culling blade, always going to be going through Shallow Grave.
Yeah, that's the justification for the pick.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
But I still don't like the Axe pickup. I don't know. It's highly personal, and if they pull it off, like I'll have so much respect. But like, if I was ever forced to play,
I want to see the sneaky hit up on
in
Corn. There is that AA ult. Is it going to land? Will indeed. He's going to definitely explode. Shatter where it is. He wants to deny. Can't deny a shatter. It's just not going to happen. And there's that strength of AA coming out there. What was not a guaranteed kill by any means instantly turns into a you can't do a single thing for your carry. And if they can continue to basically take out this Luna, make sure she doesn't get too much more farm, or basically use that Midas well, it just seems like the Mongols are going to come out way ahead right now.
Yeah, so far it feels like Druckwelle, they're kind of a little bit more limited. They need to wait for the Axe to become higher impact. And Axe does have a mech in 11 minutes. But at the same time, it's already counteracted by the Doom, because Doom is just about 100 gold away for himself. But I am hoping to see the Axe make a higher impact for his team. They need him right now, and he is the guy that needs to step up.
Oh yeah, and now we have a smoke going down for the Axe, for the Rubik. It looks like, oh! Battle Hunger, not quite on Paxa. Definitely still gonna fall though. Actually, he's got that Force Staff, which we have seen, or at least which I have seen a few times, but don't think he's really gonna get out of here. Last second, doesn't quite make it, and getting chopped right in half by that Duncan Axe there. I mean, I know you don't like this pickup, but you have to admit, watching Axe dunk is always worth seeing in a game.
Yeah, it's like watching LeBron James.
Oh, exactly. You know they're making a new Space Jam, right?
They are?
Yeah, with LeBron James.
Holy crap.
I don't know if it's going to be good or horrible.
Last Space Jam.
Oh, it's got to be at least. I feel like Space Jam came out when I didn't know if it was good or bad, like when you're in that like 10 years and you pick up terrible things, but I want to say Space Jam was probably like 14, 12 years ago, something like that.
Whoa, what's happening? 5-man DC.
Yeah, I don't... Ooh, golly, I wasn't even paying attention to what was going on.
Oh, it's a good time to look at the net worth and whatnot. So, gold graph. Wow, it's pretty close. Under 1,000 difference. XP, it's like I can't see because the game is paused.
It's under 1,000 though.
Yeah, it's definitely under 1,000. So what we thought was a lead for Mongolz, yeah, it's actually not so bad.
Yeah, I thought they were doing
especially with the pressure that
more.
Druckwelle's putting on. Yeah, they've taken what 2 towers, and now going to the 3rd one, whereas Mongolz, they've only managed to take 1 of their own. The sniper with the Force Staff, I love it, honestly. I think it's a great pickup. If not Force Staff, then Blink Dagger is nice as well, but because he needs a way to get out of trouble when he's initiated upon.
Oh yeah, and I mean, usually would be maybe enough to actually get you out of there, but with 3 heroes chasing down and a Nature's Prophet who was basically just trying to bait out, are you going to sprout? Are you not going to sprout? It just didn't even matter. The Battle Hunger just doing too much damage, and of course Sniper not one of those heroes with a very large HP pool. Level 9 only has 33 strength to his name. You compare that to something like, let's go Doom. Level 9 has 52 strength, so 20 more strength. Obviously a strength hero, but I mean, the point remains. Very, very squishy. Even Dazzle is a little bit bigger than that tiny sniper there.
This is getting me to think what's happening.
Right? I just don't know. It
Where did Mongolz
feels,
go?
yeah, it feels like something horrible might have happened. I'm not even sure if the Mongols. I don't think they all live in the same place. It just seems odd that they'd all disconnect at the exact same time. But I mean, there it is. Nonetheless, what do you think Team Druckwelle really needs to do? It seems like obviously they have a team fight advantage at the moment. You obviously have Mechanism on Axe, which it does get countered by Huntsman, but if AAL doesn't happen to land perfectly, it's still going to be quite nice for them. And not only that, I feel like Corrin... Oh, I thought Eclipse would definitely be level 11, that Luna might be level 11 for how long she's been bought, but still, though, I feel like Team Druckwelle with the pretty not bad team fight advantage right now, just with the fact that there is a mech.
Are you seeing the chat?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the mini-map.
Oh, yeah, for anybody not
Holy
looking.
crap.
That is, like, really nicely drawn, though. Let's be honest. I don't think it's ever had that much care put into it. Looking not bad.
Isn't there like a plugin that you can use or something to draw fixed images on the mini map?
It must be, because that star was too perfect. Like, my star sucks. My star's
Yeah,
so
you put the
much
emphasis
worse.
on the star, don't you?
Well, no, but like yeah, you can draw a dick, right? And that's fine, and it's a little more free form, so obviously maybe I could agree, yeah, that looks fine, but that star was definitely too perfect. Oh, dude, your star's terrible.
Oh yeah. It's got style.
Look at my star,
Got the
that's pretty
swag.
good, right? Looking pretty good.
That looks like that thing from SpongeBob.
Patrick?
What is it?
Patrick Star.
I think so. I don't watch that stuff. Alright, no, I don't watch that stuff, so I wouldn't know.
I gotcha. Not too bad, but I mean, right now, does Masquerade, he's actually finished off his mech, so obviously Axe not gonna be commanding. Oh no. Net problem coming out for the Mongols, and what was the start of a really good game of Dota? I fear might be ending.
You can always do a load.
Smidge prematurely. Can we?
Well, let's just pretend nothing has happened so far and continue talking about the heroes and whatnot.
Yeah, alright.
Let the admin sort it out for them, I suppose. At least the Ancient Apparition has managed to connect. But at the very least, I'm hoping that we'll be able to see a reconnect. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the Twitch TV stream right now, right? And I'm just seeing that the minimap drawings once again. For shits and giggles.
Yeah, so I don't know
alright,
what's going on. Hopefully we'll be able to report with something, but
I think I'll hop over to the channel and see what's going on.
yeah, dude.
I'll be right back.
Sounds good. Well, Mito investigates for what is actually happening. Let's just get to know each other a little better. Let's just draw on the minimap a smidge. It's a good looking gorilla and ghost. Oh look, it's not a ghost. Oh really? Yes it is. It's an owl. Looking not too bad. Well, here's hoping everything gets sorted, everybody, and of course, sorry to keep you waiting. There's nothing too much we can do, and I mean, clearly the Mongols doing none too bad by any means. Gold, a little bit in their advantage, experience ever so slightly as well. But I mean, when it comes right down to it, both teams incredibly even at this moment. Akimbro has basically been farming up the entire time, but I guess you just need to ask yourself when it comes right down to it is, would you rather have a farming Axe, and do you think Axe is going to have really as much impact as this farming Doom is, especially once it gets into the kind of later mid game? You're gonna have this Doom going up against a Luna, and you get one nice Doom on her. It doesn't, I want to say shut her down completely, but it does make life quite a bit harder for her. So for everybody in the chat, who would you prefer to have in your pub lineup? Farming Doom or Farming Axe? Both pretty much at the
Doom.
exact same. Oh, I know. I'm hoping the chat will give me some just crazy Dooms all over the place, but we'll see. So what's the verdict, Mito? Is there anything to report?
Yeah. So far, they're having a bit of an internet issue. They've lost internet connection essentially, and the team owner and the team that they're currently working on it, trying to fix it. So we're just gonna sit tight and hopefully we'll see them back online soon. But while we wait, so you're talking about Jungle Doom versus Jungle Axe, is it?
Yeah, well, you know, I was looking to fill a little time. There's a pretty big dead break there where I wasn't sure what I want to talk about, and then I kept making that comparison of obviously Axe has his mech and he's got some boots. He's got some tranks obviously, and then Doom has basically just finished his mech as well. And it just came to my thought of, I mean, if I'm going to compare these two, I just think which one would I even rather have, and obviously I would rather have a Doom. I just wanted to get everybody's opinion on it.
Just a quick update as well. The Mongolz, they are playing in the internet cafe, so it's not entirely in their hands, but like it's gonna be something to do with the LAN shop that they're in.
Oh god, that's got to be a rough place or a rough thing to have for a LAN shop if it doesn't have the internet.
Oh yeah, I love it when that happens though. Like, well, whenever like before some of the internet cafes I used to go to, whenever they have internet issues, like not only do we get refunded, we get free drinks. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
But hopefully this is not the case, and we'll see them like be ready, joining the games again. Hopefully it's just like a server restart, reboot or something, you know? Doom versus Axe.
It's gotta be Doom. It's gotta be. That is some good.
Aghanim Scepter upgrades.
Good tap water.
Pretty sick though.
On what, Axie?
Yeah.
True, very true indeed. But I mean, it's sweet on Doom too. Everything is obviously very nice. But I don't know. I'm a little bit worried for the Mongolz there. Like before this huge extensive pause happened, we were discussing that despite the fact that it feels like Mongolz was getting more out of this map, they've actually lost more towers, and it looks like they're poised to lose a third now as well. And kind of seems like Team Druckwelle's trying to command kind of where this game is going and exactly where the Mongols can play out. Obviously the Mongols though, they do have some nice lineup going on just as far as going on ganking with this roaming Earthshaker and what have you, but I don't know, it just seems like maybe they're going to get pushed back onto their heels a little bit and not have as much command of the game as I previously thought as soon as hopefully they get back here.
Yeah, just thinking about Doom and Axe still though. In terms of effectiveness, I feel like Axe has a lot more to offer pre-level 6. I mean, he is farming, and with that Battle Hunger, when he just comes out, that Battle Hunger does what? The duration's 16 seconds, and it does 30 damage per second. So if it goes through, right, it is some pretty nice damage, pretty nice harassment skill as well. I felt he could have perhaps helped the Venomancer a little bit by zoning out Shadow Priest, but
I mean, that's the thing though, I'm not sure it really would have zoned out too much, because as you said in the draft, if he ever does kind of try to do what Axe does where he gets all the creeps on him, one big Shadow Wave's gonna make him, basically, it'd probably scare him enough to send him back. And not only that, like pre-6, he can't deal with Shallow Grave, he can't really deal, you can't even really Battle Hunger him, because obviously Dazzle will be able to just weave himself, or Shadow Wave himself and the creeps and get a kill very easily. So I mean, I'm not too sure he really could have helped out in the mid if he wanted to.
Oh yeah. Dude, this axe makes me kind of sad, because without the axe, I would have loved to see an Omelette Shadow Priest. It's so much fun playing an Omelette Shadow Priest, especially against a lineup with not enough lockdowns. Apart from the Rubik Lift, there isn't very much to go on for Team Druckwelle. But imagine if there wasn't an axe for Druckwelle right now. Then a Shadow Priest with Omelette. Holy crap, the things he can do. Toggle the Omelette on, off, Shallow Grave, and then Poison Touch, and then Weave himself, and then turn on the omelet again. Wow, it's just gonna be a Dazzle show.
Oh yeah, he would never die ever. But I mean, obviously there is an axe here. It's probably not gonna happen anytime soon. And I just want to see this. The thing is, though, it's like I'm worried for Team Druckwelle, assuming they don't get an automatic win right now. I'm worried for them because yeah, you have Nature's Prophet, who's kind of been a core. It almost feels like Axe, this jungler, he's sort of supposed to be a core. He doesn't really have maybe as much farm as you'd expect one to have, and then your Venomancer, who went mid and isn't really supposed to be a support Veno, has just got shut down so drastically in the mid lane that I feel like they almost just need to transition that and make this Veno the support and make Axe try and get some more farm and get some big items, get a Blink Dagger, and basically just hunt the sniper if he ever can.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go check again, so we're gonna have a quick commercial break while we figure out what's happening. I'll be right back.
Alright, sounds good. Oh, so wow, thank you everybody, you 1,800 viewers from Dope, for sticking with us through the longest pause in ESPL history. Never have we had one quite this long, but at the very least, Team Druckwelle providing a little bit of artistic talent your way, obviously, in here. And so at the I hope you guys are still here, still checking out, making sure your rares are safe. Looks like quite a few people really don't want this to be a forfeit because of those rares. And for anybody who's just tuning in and wondering why isn't this game going, why isn't anything happening at all, the Mongolz, supposedly they're in an internet cafe. From what I hear, the entire internet cafe has now gone down as far as the internet is concerned, making it really just a cafe now. And not too great, I gotta say, when it comes right down to it, especially not when a tournament is happening. But people are asking also how long the administration will wait. Not too sure. Hopefully Mito will be back. He is looking into something along those lines right now, and hopefully I'll have an answer for you and be able to get back to you fairly shortly with exactly how long they're intending to wait, how long, and exactly what the outcome will be if we have to basically if we have to just forfeit the game for Mongolz, because at the moment this is drastic. Oh.
Okay, so a quick update. So far, Team Druckwelle, they're willing to wait. Mongolz, when they said they needed to sort out the internet issue, they said they need about 10 to 15 minutes. So we should expect to see them relatively soon. And if it doesn't happen, we'll try to wait for as long as possible until it gets to the point where it's just too ridiculous. And
basically
then,
until everybody hates us, and then we'll cave.
Pretty much, because after all, it is the semifinals. I believe the viewers, right, they want to see the matches get played, you know? I mean, nobody wants to see a DQ. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I wish...
nobody really wants that.
You know what? Valve should really implement something. When the games are paused, they should be mini games that you can play. How awesome would that be to have like Super Mario on the side? Or like Cat Mario.
That is true. Oh, what is that called? Dongs? That's a good game.
What's that?
Dongs? No, it's Dongs. It's called Dongs. Look it up. It's basically you play as this little white cat in a Mario world. It's really good.
Isn't it just called Cat Mario?
No, maybe. I don't know. I know it as Dongs, and that has
It's the one where like that has so many traps and everywhere.
That's right.
Like,
everything
whatever
kills
you.
you.
Do, just die.
Yeah, that's right.
It's Cat Mario.
I know it as Dongs,
I finished the
man.
game with 100. I finished the game with 189 deaths.
Oh, really? Well, okay.
First time around.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe next time for next week, I'll make sure that I have Cat Mario available to switch to if a pause goes this long. And I can just stream Cat Mario.
Oh, that would be awesome. Or you can play Flappy Bird, the game that nobody likes.
Nope. Did you see that thing where Flappy Bird, obviously the guy took it down because he went kind of nuts. And then people were selling Flappy Bird phones on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like phones that
took down the
still
game?
had Flappy Bird on it.
Wait, why would you get rid of the game?
I don't know. He just didn't
It was
want
so
it anymore.
successful.
He got too popular and he went crazy.
Well, that's good for business, right? I still don't understand why you take it down.
No, I don't know either. And yeah, Captain hashtag. We're gonna be fine. Yeah, the match it's going on. Don't worry. Everybody
Yeah,
says they can wait. We're waiting. We're gonna wait until you have all waited long enough that you don't like us anymore. And then we'll wait a little more.
Yeah, there's no problem.
And then we'll disqualify them. So don't worry. It's gonna be fine. In the meantime, we'll fill it with a little bit of times. Right before this game happened, I was actually talking to Mito about how how I've recently been into some really terrible vegetable puns. And what, you don't like those, man? They're so good.
No.
What? They're so okay. I'm gonna bust out the one I busted out on you right now. Okay, so chat, and I'm gonna wait
You're
till
gonna
I
get flamed.
What you think?
Yeah, the chat's gonna flame you. It's like, oh my god, worst joke of the year.
What, you don't like this, dude? I don't care. I don't care. I love it. I'm taking it. Okay, so chat, what do you call a potato that spins? A rotato. Oh yeah. Oh man, that's the best.
See, no response.
Dude, well, there's a delay. Obviously, there's not gonna be a response. I got a better one. What do you call a criminal vegetable? A kill rob you bulb. Come on, that's good.
Am I? Oh, I'm sorry. Am I supposed to laugh? Ha 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 ha.
That's so stupid.
I don't know. I think this is a good time to look up jokes, right, and tell everyone.
Go ahead, man. I have to stay on the screen. I gotta do this. I gotta look at people.
All my jokes are not safe for work, so I'm sorry.
What's the cleanest joke you have?
It's still 18 plus, so no, I can't afford to crack any jokes.
Man,
Alright,
come
so
on.
I'm gonna look up clean jokes and entertain everyone.
Alright, it's fine. It sounds good. Ugh. Ugh. Whew, this is a long wait, folks. I mean, I'm running out of water.
Ah, okay, so you like your food stuff, right?
Well,
what do you call
yeah.
a fake noodle?
I don't know.
An impasta.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good joke.
What do you call an alligator in a vest?
Oh shit, I've heard this one. I don't know.
An investigator. What happens if you eat yeast and shoe polish?
Yeast and shoe polish?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know.
Every morning you rise and shine.
Oh god, this is so bad.
What's the difference between a guitar and a fish?
These are worse than my jokes, and my jokes are terrible.
They're not my jokes, I'm just looking them up.
Yeah,
Alright,
but
so what's the difference between a guitar and a fish? What's the difference?
I'm not sure. Was it?
You can't tune a fish.
Oh, see, I know that one is piano. What's the difference between a piano and a fish?
Oh, it should be relatively similar. Not much of a difference.
Yeah, I should have connected it. I should have done that one. I should have figured it out.
Did you hear about the race between the lettuce and the tomato?
No.
The lettuce was ahead, and the tomato was trying to catch up.
Oh, dude, come on. That was so good. That was the best joke. Like, you kidding me? That's so good.
Ah, man. These jokes are just so... I don't know.
Crappy?
Not for me. Yeah, they're not even funny.
No, okay. I got a couple more puns. Okay. What does a fish say when he swims into a cement wall?
Ha 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 ha.
What? I'm waiting.
I'm just gonna laugh first.
Come on.
Get it out of the way.
Come on. No. It says damn. Get it?
Yeah, I do. But...
Okay. How do you get Pikachu onto a bus?
Peekaboo.
You Pokemon. How would you Peekaboo? What are you talking? You Pokemon.
Oh my god.
Okay. I have one, and it's actually my favorite, and I'll tell it.
Yes.
It looks
They're
like
reconnecting.
Exactly. They're reconnecting. It's
No
time.
more jokes.
No, one more joke. It's gonna happen. Okay, so there's this giant podium in front of a crowd of people. Okay, and a pony walks onto the stage, gets up on his hind legs, and goes into the microphone. He goes, "Sorry, everybody, I'm a little hoarse." Oh my god, how did you not laugh? That's the best joke.
I don't know. I think it just came into my left ear and came out the right.
Oh man.
I didn't really listen.
Come on, that's like the best pun I have. Oh man, my joke's so fucking good. Okay, but nonetheless, we have a reconnect. We have 2 reconnects, people, which means that hopefully... Oh man, do I hope. They are on their way, so... Oh, Higger19. See, you know how good they are. So good they're crying. Thank you, Higger19.
Hells yeah.
Oh man. At least I had my own jokes, Mito. You had to bring look-up jokes.
Nah, plenty of jokes. It's just I can't say them through the stream. All people will hate me. It's like if you're watching TV with your kids, alright, and suddenly like some porn just pop out, you know, and your kid is like what, 5 years old. It's that kind of scenario.
Yeah,
but no.
I know what you mean, and yeah, everybody's got those like pocket horrible racist or just like horribly like just mean jokes, and you just gotta keep them. You're in the public eye.
It's not good to be racist, briefcase.
I'm not saying it's good to be racist.
Yes. I can't believe you actually have racist jokes.
Are you
That's
kidding
horrible.
me?
You're a horrible human being.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just a smidge. I think everybody has at least one, but everybody's reconnected. Oh my god. This game has been more than half pause. So, boom, let's get into it, guys. And let's look at the top.
Yeah.
Let's make sure that everything's going. Dude, how do I transition from those great jokes back into Dota? I don't know.
Oh, okay, start with a keyboard. Did you just smash a sticky keyboard?
Maybe.
I heard like something smash. Oh
might
yeah,
have been...
the tower push.
Yeah, there it is. See, boom! Look at this Dota. Things are happening. Attacks are going. Look at Akimbro. He's doing his job. He's spinning around. Oh, the action! It feels so good.
Oh yeah, Druckwelle is so smart. They baited out a lot of TPs and a lot of rotations towards the top lane. At the same time, Venomancer is slowly catching up in the bot, and whereas Luna bombing away nicely as well. And it looks like Rubik's just about to find a haste rune for himself, or maybe walk away from it.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way. But now that we're actually back into the game, I can do a little bit more about what's actually happened, how the action is happening as well. So I mean, people were asking before as well during the pause of how exactly this Shadow Shaman, no wait, not Shadow Shaman, Shadow Priest. There's too many shadows. Shadow Priest has gotten this many last hits, and you have to realize he was up against a Plague Warding Venomancer quite a bit there, and was being quite annoying in that way. So a lot of that just came down to Plague Wards, but even beyond that, he's been doing great. Well, he's not going to be able to catch him. AA ult, though, is actually being used, and might be able to. Oh, so incredibly close. Oh, damn. And now actually getting caught out by these Trents. Some nice team blocking coming out. Getting some nice team blocking coming out of this Nature's Prophet. Second Densetsu. Really doing it for you folks back at home. Just trying to make sure that Rubik is as scared as humanly possible.
You know what'd be great though? Like if he plays it like Ice Ice Ice. Well, they had more of a global lineup, but he can still use it. What he did was he spread the treants, right, all over the enemy's map. So it was like free scouting boards everywhere. It just allows like just the fact that you know where your opponents are constantly, right, allows the heroes to play so much better. Like Luna will never be afraid to like farm in certain places because he knows where all the opponents are. And at the same time, if you want to look for a pickoff with say Nature's Prophet with Axe, Rubik, they can do so easily as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, right now, I just don't know how I feel about what's happening on with Team Druckwelle. Yeah, you have Seiken Densetsu up top, but he's not really getting that much farm. Sonke doing very well at zoning him out, making sure nothing happens. And then beyond that, Cube, he's sort of farming. He's really just more pestering. Looks like Korin, though, trying his very best onto Paxa. Now Paxa in a heap of trouble. He needs to force out of this really quickly and just gonna fall so easily. Or maybe not. No follow-up really to polish him off, but the Battle Hunger will be enough. Now we got some TPs coming in. Masquerade, he is running in with that Scorched Earth. They do have Eclipse level 2, so they really need to make sure that nobody gets targeted or singled out right there. Huntsman actually doesn't even have enough mana right now to use Ice Blast, and I feel like Sonke really should be popping this bottle on him just to make sure he's always within Ice Blast range, because without that, your team fights actually don't seem that scary. You don't seem that... that's solid in guaranteeing at least 1 or 2 kills.
I wonder what Shadow Priest is gonna go for. He's gonna go for Aghanim Scepter, which I think it's not really necessary, or Armlet, and then the Armlet toggle begins.
I don't know. Like you're saying, Armlet, yeah, it's fun, it's good on Dazzle, but you do have that axe in there just to completely destroy that as an option. I don't know. He could be going for something like Pipe. There is actually a surprising amount of magic damage that's coming out of Team Druckwelle, obviously. You have Cube now. Has been getting ice. Sonke going straight for the throat. Can't quite find him with the drum, however, and just not quite fast enough there. But, yeah, I don't know. He could just go for a race car Dazzle if he really wanted to. Got Force Staff.
Race car Dazzle.
Getting closer and closer, and I mean, he has his drums. I would love to see Force Staff on Dazzle, and then something like a Yasha, not a Manta, but Sanjin Yasha Dazzle race car. Oh baby, that's what I want.
Oh yeah. And I think both sides are just farming for the core. Like, you look, Earthshaker is just about 200 gold away from that Blink Dagger of his. Ancient Apparition, well, he's not gonna have very much until teammates start making things happen. Whereas Paxa, he seems to be struggling a little bit more. Like, sure, he has a lot of last hits, but he's also been picked off twice. And when you go for a Force Staff, it gives you a little bit more survivability. But at the same time, it feels like a hero damage output is limited by quite a bit.
Oh yeah, and you kind of, whenever you do see a sniper, you think, oh, there's a glass cannon. Like, even if he can't get, or like, he'll be incredibly squishy, which he still pretty much is. You still feel like, oh, if he is in a team fight and he goes unhindered, he's going to provide a lot to it. But without having too much in his pocket right now, he's actually not going to be doing too much. And now with Axe getting that Blink Dagger, a lot of Blink Daggers just coming up. Akimbro is going to be very scary for Paxa to deal with. And I mean, if he gets some lucky spins, Paxa's just gonna melt before he can even force Staff away from any single time that he gets Blunk in and battle. What is it? Battle or Berserker called. So it's gonna be quite difficult for him right there. But I mean, Doom, Masquerade, he's picked up a Blink Dagger now. They have some nice initiation available to them, the Mongols do, and a Blink Dagger on Earthshaker as well. Feels like maybe now's the time to force a big team fight. You have obviously Echo Slam, Fissure level 4. You got Blink on Doom. You just need Sonke there to weave everybody up with level 2.
Oh,
now it looks like we have an engagement on the bot. Korin getting caught out. The Eclipse, though, the RNG actually with him quite nicely. And Akimbro running and spinning like a madman. And now Huntsman, nothing he can do here. Getting dunked once again. Can't do a single thing here. And a BKB now up on the Luna. That Luna's so incredibly close to falling, but the RNG on that Eclipse able to actually polish off that Earthshaker just in time.
oh, those slam dunks. Wow, so this axe is doing work, man. They're proving me completely wrong. And this is awesome, man.
While that's happening, you have Venomancer pretty much screwed up top. Does indeed melt to Masquerade. Obviously, getting a blink in Doom there with Scorched Earth. Can't do too much, but this push is just ridiculous. You have a Kimbro in the front eating a lot, and now with that that AA ult is actually going to melt immediately. James Joyce needs to run out of here. Second Densetsu is able to get out of there in time. James Joyce, nice stun, not quite enough. Can Paxa get a lucky hit? He can indeed. So maybe just overstaying their welcome a little too much in that bottom lane now. It looks like Corrin going to meet up with Masquerade. Masquerade, with no Doom available, decides to just blink away. Also wouldn't have Scorched Earth to try and catch up with him. And of course with 340 movement, 394 with phase, it's going to be quite difficult to catch up with a constant 380 Luna unless you have that.
They're gonna make it. They're gonna go for the Roche.
Oh, they're gonna be able to take it
for
too.
Some of the Druckwelle heroes are dead. Yeah. There's also a Centaur up here as well, if that's what he wants. Because when you have a Doom and you get Blink Dagger, that Centaur stomp is great, and that bonus attack speed is gonna help the sniper a little bit, as well as it does nullify a little bit of the negative effects of the Chilling Touch, because you get minus attack speed, whereas the Centaur gives you a tiny bit of attack speed.
Oh yeah, now it looks like we have the Mongolz grouping up. Huntsman trying his very best to see what rune it is, and it's like a Kimbro. He's going to be able to pick up an illusion rune, and of course that is the rune you want as an axe as well. Now it looks like we actually have Paxa right in the front. Not too sure about this. AA ult going in. It looks like they're trying to set something up. Here goes the axe illusion. Where is that crazy RNG? Can he take down at least? No, not a single spin going the way of him. A little bit unfortunate. Not the end of the world by any means, though. Did get maybe one spin against Doom, but nothing too much. And now just a ton of split pushing coming out of Druckwelle right now. You have Nature's Prophet just constantly pressuring wherever he wants to. And not only that, Akimbro, I mean, he can just basically go to any lane he wants and just absolutely decimate a creep wave. And where the Dire's Courier, did that get killed by Trents? What happened?
Right here. Oh, Furin just flew inside.
Oh.
Killed it right here.
Oh.
And TP out immediately. I was kind of thinking, going through some thoughts, and thinking about Axe. Why doesn't people ever consider Manta Style as a stream late game extension after you have like all the items you want? Same with Centaur. Centaur, because the return, right? The illusions actually return the full amount. So it's pretty crazy. It's like you have these illusions charging in, and they act somewhat like a miniature version of Necrobooks.
Yeah, I don't know. I've played Manta Axe before, but it's just never really panned out. Nice AA ult into Storm, getting there. Akimbro absolutely shattering into a million pieces there. Now Masquerade trying his very best to catch up with anybody he possibly can, but with Eclipse going on him, just absolutely melts the damage too fast for him to even pop his mechanism. Can't do a single thing. While that's happening, obviously you have Nature's Prophet all by his lonesome. He's got Necro 3 now as well, and as you can see, that is helping him take out this tower. Lickety split. Can't quite. There is the deny, so at least Paxa gets that one. So not too bad, but still, the amount of map control going the way of Team Druckwelle right now is just ridiculous comparatively to the Mongolz.
Yeah, Sniper going for the Maelstrom. This is one of the best DPS items for the Sniper. Provides a little bit of an AoE.
I'm loving this AA and Snipe combo. This is just ridiculously fun. I don't think it's going to polish him off because that AA ult is just a tad too low a level to really do much beyond, obviously, cancel any healing available, but still, I'm loving that combo. And Cube actually picks up an Ags of all things. I would have expected a Veil with that basically recent revelation and math that people have done to show that Veil's arguably much better to get, especially for a Venomancer though. But whatever, I guess now he won't fall so quickly to Sniper. It does give him a bit of HP.
Yeah, like with the game slowing down this way, it would benefit Druckwelle a little bit more at the mid-game phase, which is about now. The heroes getting more farm, because the heroes generally just harder to kill, so it takes a little more for Mongolz to rotate around, whereas Mongolz, their heroes can get picked off quite easily as well. So, because with the Blink Dagger on the Axe, Magnum Scepter up on Venomancer, and Furon just with the ability to go in and out of fights, it kind of forces Mongolz to group up a little bit more as well. So right now, I have to say the mid game it does favor Druckwelle, but the ultra late I have to give it to Mongolz once again. So I feel like the teams, they need to find the timings, they need to find the pickoffs. But so far, both teams have just been fairly content to sit back and defend the towers when pushed.
Masquerade, he's picked up a BKB though. I mean, he basically never wants to fall prey to that Eclipse and Lift combo ever again. But Luna, she is farming quite nicely, has a BKB of her own, and I don't know if Sniper's quite at the point yet where he can kind of just right-click her down and feel safe doing so. But I guess only time will tell. We'll see. He has picked up Phase now as well. He's got his Maelstrom. He's got his Yasha. He is getting to be quite damaging, but still though, not too sure if that's really panning out too well. Not to mention the fact that James Joyce, or no, who was it? It was Cube, has actually picked up a Gem of True Sight, and he's just going to be able to de-ward with these Plague Wards all day long too. Really just trying to limit the map control and map vision that the Mongolz has, and Druckwelle's doing a very good job of it.
I was thinking about Necrobooks on Venomancer as well. I think it would have been a great pickup as well. Like, you don't... Their lineup so far, they haven't really been looking for those big team fights. They've been mostly working on, what, split pushing, chipping away towers, and the mid tower is just about to fall for the Mongolz. But the map control is getting smaller and smaller with each tower loss. And boom, there it goes.
Seems odd that they wouldn't even go in for a deny.
Oh, they're scared. They have to be. But Mongolz, I feel like they should smoke up. They need to push out the lanes and then go for a smoke up and look for some pickoffs of some sort. Whereas Druckwelle, they're probably just waiting out for the Roche. Yeah, okay, so now that the Roche is gone, they will feel like, hey, perhaps they can start making things happen. Otherwise, I'm guessing another way they'll play is just to sit back, relax, farm up all they want, and then try to end the game when they felt like they have an item and gold item XP advantage.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with you, but it's not like the Mongolz are sitting on their hands and doing nothing. They're still finding farm. Paxax has actually got an ultimate orb. He's going to be getting a Manta fairly shortly, I feel. You got Huntsman, who can only get stronger with these Ice Blasts and what have you, and needs to just be... It just seems like it's always going to be so incredibly hard for Druckwelle to ever push up into the high ground, just because the Mongolz, they're never really that far behind when it comes right down to it, and I don't know. I'm not even sure what Storm's been doing here. It looks like he's just been waiting down here to try and set up a gank forever, and just never ever panning out. But nobody's ever there to help him, and now he actually needs to be a little bit careful here as well. But yeah, I'm not sure what Storm's been doing here.
They should get carry Venomancer. That would be awesome. And if the Venomancer gets an E-Blade, that would be devastating for the Mongolz.
Oh,
if he doesn't get caught by...
I'm so worried for you. Kimbro right over in the wings, seeing if he can't maybe get a blink on him, and now hiding in the forest a little bit at the top of these stairs now as well. He's rotating around. Paxa, oh, you need to know that something's coming. Just stay on that high ground, buddy.
One of the key items Druckwelle needs if they really want to force the fight, force the issue, they need a pipe. They desperately need a pipe up against the AA.
Oh yeah, I agree, and I mean, right now it just seems like Druckwelle, they're really abusing the mobility that they have. Still though, what is Storm doing down here? I thought maybe he'd be doing something, but maybe he's just gone AFK and trying to hide. But what I was gonna say is Druckwelle really abusing the mobility that Nature's Prophet brings to this lineup. Obviously, he's just running around using Necro 3 and Trench to basically constantly keep all the lanes he possibly can pushed in, and it just feels like Mongolz, they can never really catch him. They can never really quite catch anybody, and the Mongolz well suited to take any big team fights, but they're getting fractured by Druckwelle right now. And Akimbro, he's got haste. He's now gonna find Storm. Storm finally getting out of there. Actually finds Paxa instead. Really does want to get it. Can't quite get that Berserker's Call just yet. While that's happening, it looks like Dazzle was able to pick off a Nature's Prophet, and they're just going straight for Paxa, and now he is melting. There's that Shallow Grave. Not gonna be able to do anything to the dunk, however. A-ult flying in. Looks like the Eclipse, some good RNG going their way. Sonke is here, however, getting absolutely melted by that thing. Doesn't have a Shallow Grave anymore. Actually flies too far back. Not too sure what James Joyce was doing there. Masquerade can't quite TP out of there in time. Now he's going to have to run and will not be able to use those legs quite fast enough. Second Densetsu, though, gets a buyback, comes back in and tries to polish off that Dazzle, and indeed gets him. And with only Huntsman, he does have level 2 Ice Blast. Not really going to be enough. Everybody a little bit too high in HP at the moment. Buyback coming out of Doom. He doesn't have Doom, however, only has Scorched Earth and Blink Dagger. He can man mode quite nicely, but it's not really what you want at the moment. And these Necro Book creeps are really going to be piling on the damage on that tower. Good Sprout now as well. Force staffing him out, though, however. AAL not what you would usually want to see. Looks like James Joyce has actually stolen Shadow Wave. Not too bad at all by any means, keeping that Luna alive as best he can. Second Densetsu now dead for a very long time. Cube overstaying his welcome. James Joyce also gonna fall right now. Looks like he gets one little stun coming out of Storm. Tries to save whatever he can. Looks like he just needs to get a fissure now. Where is a beautiful fissure block? Just trying to make sure he never leaves here. Very odd fissure block. Not the end of the world. Does get a stun, and in pops Akimbro once again. Always getting those big dunks, and now everything going a little bit pear-shaped for the Mongolz. Where is that dunk? Oh, can't do it. He actually didn't use it properly and was on cooldown. Paxa able to actually live through what I thought was a sure second kill for this Axe, and when everything is said and done, and basically almost complete team wipes both ways. We look at this gold, it looks like Druckwelle, they had a pretty commanding lead, 8,000. Looks like it's going to start dipping in favor of the Mongolz ever so slightly. Experience-wise is going to be telling the same, so when it comes right down to it, looks like the Mongolz came out ahead there.
Okay, so now Sniper's going to go into a BKB. I feel like, I don't know, I just don't think Manta is the right choice for this game, with the Axe being played so aggressively. I would say other items would have helped a little bit more. Whether it's going for that straight butterfly and then getting to, I don't know, Satanic, that additional HP, or even go for BKB early.
Ooh, now they know that they're going Roche. Can they contest it, do you think? They have obviously Venomancer here. He knows what's happening. They have obviously that Ag's Veno ult, which can be pretty scary to deal with, and I guess they're just waiting for Akimbro to get in there. If he gets a good blink, he's well on his way to pipe, however. And now, however, though, it looks like things not turning too well around. It looks like there's a blink. Blink on 2. Akimbro trying his very best, getting some big spins. Looks like they can't quite polish off Earthshaker in time. A ult now being used, and things not going their way. Cube overstaying his welcome. Fissure as well. Paxa just needs to find him. Can't quite kill him in time while that's happening. Luna is in the back. Eclipse going down with the BKB to guarantee that kill as well. And it actually looks like Venomancer able to get out of there with his life at the moment. Needs to be so careful. And the Mongolz just falling apart. That was maybe too much to go for this Roche. And not to mention the fact that second Densetsu, he gets a Rax top. Paxa, that Force Staff, really helping him out with that kill. Can't quite find the melee Rax, gets the ranged one, however, and now it actually looks like Akimbro trying to find that AA. Does indeed. No dunk having to be used there, and it looks like now Paxa trying his very best to actually take out Akimbro. Doesn't quite have the damage with that snipe. Felt like he probably could have gone for it, especially as soon as he saw that Roshan being picked up. Force Staff was available, but nonetheless, I mean, Team Druckwelle coming out ahead of that engagement for sure.
That was a terrible choice from the Mongolz. When you're having a stalemate with a team with a Nature's Prophet, you're always going to lose the exchange for the Roshan. So it wasn't worth it by any means. When you see a Furion already pushing top and the rest of the team is just waiting, lingering around the Roche pit, you know that you're going to lose the Roshan. It's almost impossible. Because eventually, Furion is just going to push top lane, and while he's pushing, you will end up having someone to go back and defend. And once that person leaves the Roche pit, right, then Team Druckwelle will just go in and take it. But one of the big problems I wanted to point out was, with this hybrid build on Sniper, he's not doing enough damage. If you compare it with the Luna, respectively. Luna is well on his way towards that Satanic, and once he has the Satanic, I felt like that would just be the nail in the coffin, and then the game would just pretty much end right there.
Well, exactly.
Sniper, I mean, he's gone for so many surviving items. Force Staff, Manta Style somewhat, and then now that BKB. So where's the damage that you're looking for from the Mongolz? A lot of it will have to be the Ancient Apparition landing some big Ice Blast, followed up by Echo Slam. I feel like that's pretty much what's going to be keeping them in the game. And it would be great if Ascari could pick up a Centaur. They need the 2-second additional stun. But I suppose the damage aura is pretty good as well. Ah, the trade-offs. Why can't you just have two creep auras, right?
Yeah, I suppose, but obviously not the way it's gonna pan out. And I mean, right now, Team Druckwelle, Corrin, he's got the Aegis, he's got his BKB, he's got his Manta and his Butterfly. I mean, they just really need to go in and push a lane, and I think they're making a very wise choice in pushing the lane opposite the other one. And obviously you can just have second Densetsu push in that top lane and really make things difficult for Mongolz. They're going to have to pick one and fight it, because as soon as they split up, their team just does not work very well as soon as they do. Sonke way too far forward, not too sure what he's doing here. But no blink going in, no sort of lift craziness happening. James Joyce, one of the only heroes without a mobility item in his inventory right now. Doesn't have a blink dagger, doesn't have a force staff. He's basically one of the only ones. And now they're just doing exactly that. It looks like they're doing the long siege. You have Nature's Prophet up top. You really do need to try to make whatever you can. Looks like Manta does not get rid of Weave, everybody, in case you were wondering. But even just these little... even just these illusion glaives doing a huge amount of work, and they can just continue this really slow siege if they want to. Looks like up top here we have obviously those Necro Warriors, and they're going to be able to do enough as soon as these two, or I should say as soon as Earthshaker tries to get out of here. Now Corrin just running in as well. Looks like Carry Dazzle not quite able to deal with Carry Luna by any means, and it just looks like it's so difficult for Mongolz right now.
Yeah. Oh, but the weave, it does so much work for them. It does stall a lot, and he needs to get in for the next weave.
Ooh, he does get a weave on 3, actually, so Axe surprisingly weak. Now, we have a good AA blast onto Corrin, but that pipe used immediately just to make sure that he doesn't shatter, and the Aegis is used for nothing. Looks like the melee rack still standing up top, however, so second Densetsu not quite done his job just yet. It now looks like we do have an Eclipse going down. Oh, one big dunk going down for a Kimbro onto... ooh, excuse me, onto that Dazzle. And it looks like Luna falling to the... not Luna, I should say Earthshaker falling to that Luna right there as well. Looks like, oh, who picked that up? Paxa actually doing his very best, but way too far forward. Not too sure why he force-staffed himself in like that. Seems unnecessary. And now Corrin able to just completely and utterly clean up. Who has buyback on the Mongolz right now? Only the Sniper. Not too sure. Oh, never mind. I should say the Sniper and the AA. My bad. But not too sure that he's going to be able to do too much. That's already 2 lanes of racks down. Looks like the Doom has come back now as well. But still, things not looking good for the Mongolz.
Oh, they're still keeping their hopes alive. Even with 2 racks down, it's very, very difficult to play with 2 racks down up against a Nature's Prophet.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Now, all that Druckwelle really needs to do is just group up, stay at mid, let top and bottom push in, and then like just slowly chip away mid tower. They have everything it takes to chip away a tower. They have the Necro Books, they have the Plague Wards, they have the Manta style from the Luna as well. So, and now Satanic up on the Luna. There's just no stopping this hero anymore.
No, it definitely seems to be going the way of Team Druckwelle here. They just need to put one final nail in the coffin. Axe has got this pipe, and of course, with no Ags pretty much anywhere near AA right about now. He's still, 1,700 or so away. He's not going to be able to farm that up. And AA is just one of those pitifully slow farmers as well. Doesn't have a very reliable way of doing it or getting it done. So, I mean, without the Ags AA ult going in, that pipe going to be doing an obscene amount of work, and it just feels like there's almost nothing they can do. Paxa way too far forward. James Joyce finally has his blink. Now it looks like an AA ult going in. Weave is nicely onto 3 enemies, onto Paxa as well. Now, trying to really take down a Kimbro. Obviously, no blinks coming out. Looks like Cube with a nice little bit of Veil and Poison Nova. But of course, while this is all happening and you're kind of winning this team fight, not so much more now that Corrin is here. You have Nature's Prophet in the bot lane doing whatever he can. Masquerade actually right on top of him. Doesn't seem to really matter. Paxa now running for his life from Corrin. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get out of here, and that's got to be the GG. Don't think anybody really has buybacks. Ooh, Doom does, but he's not even dead yet, and then there it is, indeed the GG. So right in this second semifinals of the ESPL Weekly Series, number 6, we have Team Druckwelle taking it and leading it 1-0 right now with the longest freaking pause I have ever experienced.
Yeah, hopefully next game will run smoothly, and I want to see a best of 3.
Oh god, yeah. Like, here's hoping. I mean, these two teams are so evenly matched that here's hoping it goes to best of 3. But we'll get right into it. There'll be a little bit of a break, probably 2 or 3 minutes while everything gets sorted, of course. People get their water. I know I'm talking about myself there, but thank you all for tuning in. Continue to watch, see what's happening in those rares and keys, and maybe we'll have some more puns for you coming up, because I know you all love them.